Oh, good afternoon. This is the May 14th meeting of the Capital Improvement Committee, otherwise known as CIC, if you hear us referring to it as that way. I've just passed out our folders. In the first few pages of your folders, you will find an agenda and some information behind it collected by Joe Roma, who is unable to make it tonight. Behind that should be the agenda from last week, or I should say last month. And in there also is a draft of our bylaws, which we have not had an opportunity to go over yet. I did send them out to people, and others have looked at it. The bylaws are something that Kim brought forward, and it was a cut and paste job of what is pertinent. And one of the biggest changes that I see is that CIC committees are usually appointed or elected, whichever the municipality goes by,
Okay.
for a period of 3 years, because it takes that long to come up with a full-fledged capital improvement plan. And you have to have more than 1 year continuity going through with members. So since Kim is the chairman of our selectmen, I'm going to say, Kim, that's going to be yours to handle.
Okay, so we should have 3-year terms.
You need 3-year terms. Most,
I'm just thinking about like staggered.
it's sort of like the marijuana committee.
Yep,
You appoint the committee,
okay,
and they do their job.
okay,
And when they present a 3, 5, 10-year plan, that's when you can either renew them or bring in a new,
okay. So
Group.
they've got 3 years to work on.
okay?
Yep.
But otherwise, it's all pretty much cut and paste.
I feel like, this is just quickly too, okay, I would like this committee that we have right now, be nice to get a year under our belt.
But there's a learning curve.
I would like to see us try to get more members.
Well, that was on my thing tonight, too.
Because capital improvement committees are supposed to be bigger. I mean,
Yes.
the more the better, they say, is what I've read. And so,
No,
go ahead.
that was actually under my notes. We need a minimum of 2 more people,
Yeah,
a minimum of a 7-person.
you know, and I didn't know if like, maybe next year, then that would be the start of our staggering, or no?
I don't,
Maybe not.
see, I don't believe we need a stagger.
We don't need to stagger, right?
Right.
Okay,
I really don't.
okay.
You know, people will come and go as their lives
Yep, yep,
work on it, but again, using the marijuana committee as an example, you have all this information to collect, to digest, to put together, and present. And you can't keep going back and forth from one to another, you know?
right.
And since we do not meet on a bi-monthly or whatever, we meet when we have to, more or less,
Right.
and it's going to take time. But anyway, so those 2 things
Okay,
I'd like to pass to you right now
I jotted them down and,
as in when you're wearing your other hat, okay?
all right.
And again, I don't know if, Roland, did you see the draft of the bylaws before tonight?
No, ma'am.
All right. So again, we're going to table that,
Okay,
and please be up to date on it by the next time we meet, whenever that is. So on our agenda, and please note, we use the recorded film as our minutes.
Yep.
And we do not necessarily start with an approval of the agenda. We just get down to work.
That.
All in favor? Okay. We have some information that was gathered by Joe Roma, who cannot be with us tonight, from the commissioners, the road commissioners. We'll look at that in a minute. I was also going to bring up some of the town hall needs, but in watching the warrant and finance committee meetings,
Yeah, they've touched on a lot of them.
they have punched on a lot of them, but they have simply said, we're going to need this much money for this particular,
Right.
Project A needs X amount, Project B needs this, but yet we have no quotes or bids or anything.
Right.
I need clarification if those actually come under capital improvement or not. Does this building come under capital improvement?
I certainly would think it would,
I would think it would, but I don't know if that's the,
you know. I would certainly, you know,
yep,
I mean, I would,
advocate that it should be, you know, but again, you know, and I also understand, you know, they've asked for a certain amount of money to, you know, be set aside for, you know, such and such.
to go into like a capital improvement fund.
However, you know, I also understand that, like, you know, the siding, you know, that's gonna have to go out to bid probably. The replacement of the furnaces, that should probably go out to bid because it's going to exceed the, amount. But I also understand.
Once we know-
But I also understand that, you know, until you get the money in an account, you know, it's hard for you to say, I need 3 bids, you know, because,
They're gonna change,
you know, they,
too.
the amount, you know, necessary may change, you know, so, it's kind of a, type thing.
it is.
Trying to
If
figure
it-
out, you know, you don't want to place the cart before the horse, but by the same token,
Right.
you want to make sure the damn horse is ready to go.
You want to make sure the horse can pull that cart.
That's right.
So if the town does approve, just say, you know, money for a furnace upgrade, then we get our quotes. And then, you know, hopefully the person.
Hopefully, the money that's been
We did have
appropriated.
somebody come in and we had them, you know, give us, you know, an estimate of what do you think this will cost? And then,
Yeah, well, you can always get an estimate of, I mean, being very frank with someone, we will be, not are, we will be in the market
Right.
for a new giant widget. And we are doing some forward planning, so as of today, can you tell us if we put a number of $6,200, would that be not a high, not a low, maybe a medium on the super widget we need? Yes or no? And we're not holding you to a...
right, and we can't because we do
I
have to
mean,
go out to bid.
That
And, you know,
has to go,
Yeah.
not even bid. We can't hold them to anything till the town meeting
Right.
goes along.
Yep.
But we need educational, informational information.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, well, easily, we can look online for a new car, and we can find out that you could get that Ford for $23,000 or for $52,000. Which one do you want? What do you need? What's it gonna be? But, you know, so then hopefully we have the intelligence and the wherewithal to say, all right, we know we don't need that stripped-down model, we don't need this, we're going in the 40,000 range.
I think for the purposes of what we do, I don't think we really need to even worry about a dollar amount from, we just need to ask these people, okay, needs, wants, you know, I don't think we need a dollar amount for everything. I think
feel
that's
like
a
it would-
part of what we're supposed to be doing is gathering, okay, what do we have? what do we need? And we can organize all that data.
We can do
That's
that,
not-
but I think
And then
it's
you bring
some,
it to what? The selectmen is what you do, and before it's warrant time, and then it would be.
It could be its own thing of,
Yeah.
okay, things that need bids,
right,
you know.
Well, certain, I mean, you do have to have some kind of an idea as to the financial requirement. I mean, if you identify a particular item, as something that, should be part of the capital improvement program or,
Sure.
whatever, you have to have some idea of, a ballpark figure per se.
Right.
Not necessarily something that you can hold somebody to.
right, exactly.
No, and I'm
Yeah.
not talking about stuff like, hey, I need to get a $5 box of tissues. I'm talking about stuff that we know is gonna be over whatever the set amount that we establish,
Right.
5,000,
Just for
6,000.
conversation's sake, the fire department needs a new generator,
Right,
okay? I believe 25,000 is what was requested.
Yes.
I believe. But, now, that's a ballpark figure, okay? Because I already know that 25,000 probably is not going to cover the entire thing as far as, yes, it may buy the generator,
but not set it up.
but it's, it's not enough money to do the prep work.
Yep.
Okay? Number one, you gotta take the old generator out. The pad has to be replaced, which means you're gonna be spending money for, removal of that pad.
Wiring needs to be
Yeah.
inspected.
Putting a new pad.
And the inspection, and not inspection, what am I?
I mean,
The-
you have to have some
putting it in.
idea, some general idea, as to, some idea as far as the amount of money that, may be necessary. I already know, about the thing over there.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and I'm not happy.
I think you lost me, but okay,
Okay, so I think we're all on the same page as that.
okay.
Now, before we get into information we have already, we need to have a discussion of the implied authority that we have or don't have to get the information we need. I mean, I don't want, I will put it as a don't want as opposed to want. I don't want to have to get permission to call the rec department and say, what do you see your needs to be in the next 3 to 5 years? I want to be able to do that. I mean, to me, it comes down to a matter of, you have a board of citizens who have volunteered to do this, and we know what we have to do now. We are intelligent people, and you either trust us to do it or you don't trust us to do it. But I want it to be as apolitical as possible. No politics, okay? Every time we put in another layer, it makes things very bad.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with what you're saying as far as,
I mean, I don't
we
see.
don't necessarily have any authority per se.
Right.
Okay? We are an advisory committee, all right? Anything that we come up with, we're going to pass on to
Exactly.
the selectmen, and they will be able to, take it, run with it,
Yeah.
throw it in the trash can, whatever.
Whatever.
Okay? But, just like the warrant and finance committee, they are an advisory committee, okay?
Yeah.
They make recommendations, what's done is done.
And see, they're even further along than we are, because we're not even making recommendations.
Well,
We are saying,
In
I mean,
in
we're,
effect,
you
in
know,
effect,
kinda-
we are, by passing something on to the selectmen.
well, we have collected information from someone else saying, this is, we're not saying the fire department needs a new
No, we're not
generator.
necessarily recommending it.
The
We're
fire
just-
department
We're just
is.
saying, hey, this is what we've identified.
Yes.
You guys decide what you want to do.
Exactly,
Okay?
yeah.
And as far as, as far as what you were saying, as far as the implied authority, I would think that by the establishment of this committee, that would be in effect.
I would think so. This is what this committee is supposed to do, reach out to our other departments and
So-
so,
Okay,
you know, but I wrote it down.
all right. A lot of things, and the next thing is, a lot of things that we would have talked about are now on the warrant. So,
I know a lot of these things, because of the fact that the school had money to put back into the town, we're trying to check off some of those things that definitely would have,
well, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we found $500,000. The school got 260 some odd thousand. And
I
Mr.
think it's-
Kryzak,
I think it's more along the lines of the school was throwing about 400,000 back
Well,
at the town.
well,
And the
but
town
Mr.
itself.
Kryzak just posted that we're getting another $250,000.
right, we haven't heard anything about that though yet, like,
Yeah.
we haven't been notified. I know Mr. Kryzak did say. And I don't know what that is, last week they were talking about, it's probably gonna have some strict guidelines.
Oh,
It's not-
I'm sure it
I'm
does.
not, you know, where sometimes it's
I'm
not
sure.
as strict, but,
So I think
Or
there's
what
a
we
lot of
can-
things in flux,
yeah,
a
so,
lot of things. So I think some of the things that we thought would have been up to us to look at might be taken care of with this
Right.
influx of new monies. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, you know,
I would, you know, definitely with some of the stuff like, you know, within this building.
Right, right.
You know, we said, oh, okay, you
Yeah.
know, we do need to do this and that,
right.
so.
But now, onto some nitty-gritty work. We got from the road commissioners, we got from District 1 and District 2, they're a little different form, but if you look at District 1 from Will Langley, he calls it his 5-10-year paving and reconstruction budget, summertime budget. And he's gone through all kinds of stuff.
Put prices down, which is nice.
He put some prices down, yeah.
Which, you know,
And on the last page, so this is something we can start to build something on.
Sure.
And he wants to do more preventative maintenance on all the roads. I think that makes everybody happy.
Yeah, it's
And the-
needed.
That's pretty good. And District 2 has a 1-year and a 3-year and a 10-year. And while he doesn't have any prices down, I think we all agreed that, okay,
This is still good.
it's still very, it's very
this is a
good.
nice form, yep.
It's a good form too.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I have to applaud the District 2 Road Commissioner for his input as far as, you know, providing us with the, you know,
Nice.
1-year, 3-year, and 10-year plan.
Yeah.
Number one, you know, his appointment is only good through June 30th.
No, yep, but he's got a good, you know, and it would be nice to see.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, he's put a lot of
Yes, he has.
work into this, and, you know, I think it's good, you know, it's very good, and I applaud him for doing this. You know.
yeah,
But, you know, I mean, we don't know what the election's going to bring come, you know, June, whenever the town meeting is.
Right.
June, July, whatever. So, you know, I mean, hopefully whoever is in District 2 can, you know, take this.
That's what I was gonna
take this
say,
and
it would be
"Hey,
nice."
you know,
I was gonna
this is
say,
not
it's
bad. I
good to
think
help
I'll-
out the next guy.
Well, exactly, you know, when you get done,
If it
it would be
doesn't-
nice to pass these things on. I'm not saying that they absolutely have to do
Well,
that,
it's-
but this is the plan. We've started here and
exactly.
I, you know, yeah,
It's exactly, you know,
Because we do change. I mean, every 3 years, we could get somebody new, and so,
exactly. I mean,
You hope they're gonna last for 3 years.
right.
They don't necessarily have to be there for 3 years.
I mean, gone are the days of,
You have some that,
Right, I mean, just, yeah,
may not be capable of doing the job, then you have some that just say,
which
I'm all
one
done.
do you think? Is it 5?
yes.
But knowing ahead of time what you might be getting into for the area that you're bidding for that's good.
Yes, that's
good
another
stuff.
thing.
Tomorrow, just to see how the
That's
rest of us
another good
goes.
point.
and-
That's very
We're just
helpful,
gonna
and
see
I
what we're
think
gonna do.
this kind of organization is
I know the rec is
gonna
gonna
be
send me something,
Okay,
good
and it's gonna
overall.
be kind of this sort of thing.
okay,
And, you know, if we just, you know, some backup from you, if we know a little bit of, things don't have to change because the people change.
right, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would think that,
You have
like the
to,
rec changes, you get people in, they have different ideas. I mean, this is a capital improvement, we should be,
well, they can have different ideas, but if they have a skeleton in there that says, put stripes on the baseball diamond, you know, do this, do that, do the other thing.
yep.
Well, they have to do that every year. You know? But, I
And
mean,
it should be the same way with like here, you know, we
Yeah.
keep a good, you know, I don't know if we keep a booklet or something as
put
a
a
master or
notebook
something.
together or something,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I was thinking, just, you know, people do come, people do go. I'm very sorry, but I have 2
Interviews to go to.
interviews. So,
And I must apologize
hearing
that
about
I
it.
have not provided you with the input from the fire department as to their needs,
You will.
nor the transfer station. COVID hit my house hard.
Yes.
how is
There are
everybody?
4 people in my household that, well, actually, there are 3 definite people in my household that caught COVID.
Yeah.
I think I did, but, I never tested positive. So, be that what it may, I will provide the committee with the information that
Yeah,
I
because-
said I was going to gather, so that we have,
Right,
input
and,
from all of the different departments.
we did, by the way, vote and elect Wayne as vice chair.
Wonderful.
And, you
You say
know,
so.
Before Kim
We're all
runs off, before Kim runs off, let's set
a date.
a date and time for the next meeting, please,
Yeah, please.
so that we don't
Yep,
let
sounds
her run
good.
away and,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
well, I know she's
It's been a
gonna be
busy
around.
spring. It's just been really busy.
okay. If you could get that stuff to us in 2 weeks,
I will definitely try to have it done by 2 weeks,
Okay.
absolutely.
and I will try to have the rec stuff in 2 weeks. You and I will talk about whatever we need to for
If
here.
there's anything.
So we'll have a substantial amount of work to
Go through.
go through.
How
All
about,
right?
I was
Bring it
gonna say, did Wayne, I was gonna say, I know we kinda set you up with other people, how'd that work out? And,
It
didn't.
hasn't
okay,
yet.
so, you know, well, Alan's gotta go up to the transfer station.
Transfer station
Maybe-
is-
Maybe you two could, I mean, I'm
Sure.
just, you know,
Before
I just know lots of
you
people.
leave.
Yeah, maybe
let me
you
get your
guys could-
Telephone number.
Sure.
And
Joe and I have
will
had
get in touch with.
Great conversation about it.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, just, you know,
Yeah.
because we don't want you to feel, I mean,
No, I don't want them to
I
feel
mean,
left out by any
we all
means.
kinda know
No,
everybody.
because he
but-
knows
but-
how to do spreadsheets.
Yeah, you know, we want you involved, so.
That's why I was like, just tell me what you want my
Yeah.
function to be. If
Yeah.
you guys want me to wait and when you get the data, I have no problem being the
No,
spreadsheet guy.
We'll do that.
We like spreadsheet guys.
We like spreadsheet guys.
That's,
Did we come
I'm
up with a
fairly
date?
proficient at it,
Time,
so-
A date.
please.
Date and time, yes. 'cause-
Time is 4:30,
Okay,
okay?
you want 4 or 5 weeks out?
Yep,
So June 9th or the 16th.
What days are those?
Those are both Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Okay, great.
June 16th,
is that all right? Just,
Works for me.
all right, everybody. I'm
okay,
sorry.
go.
I know where you're going.
We know where you're
Not
going.
far.
I know.
Just going to the next room.
Yes, don't drive fast,
I'll
though.
try not to.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day, you guys. I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yes, we'll see you at 6.
There you
Two
go.
of us will, anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know if Wayne's gonna hang around for,
No, two of us
I gotta
will.
go cook supper, so.
oh, well. I know how that goes.
Yeah.
What else would you like to cover, Joyce?
Well, that's pretty much what was on my thing. I mean,
Okay.
I did, with Kim here, I did want to get the points out that we have to be able to call the people and ask questions.
Exactly.
I don't think it's a problem.
And, well, the only thing about not being a problem is you don't necessarily want to step on anybody's toes, but by the same token, you don't want anybody stepping on your toes.
No, but if you come up and you let somebody know, I'm on this committee, this is my
That's
job.
not where.
No.
If they,
No, I'm more in reference to somebody stepping on your toes.
Right.
okay,
Okay, or my toes,
I
and I'm trying to be nice about it.
gotcha. Well, I mean, I figure if anybody, to me, it's not my job to argue with anybody, so if somebody says, no, I don't wanna do that, then I can talk to you guys and we can figure out who we need to go talk to.
Yeah.
If whoever prefers it be somebody else that asks them, that makes them feel good, then that's,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, as long as I get my information.
yes, that's the bottom line.
I don't
Getting the
think
information.
you're gonna see an issue with anybody having a problem giving you the information. More along the lines of,
No, I'm going to suggest we adjourn the meeting. It's a little after 5,
Oh, okay.
and,
I'll second that.
you'll second that, thank you. All in favor? Okay, so we see each other then.
16,
Caitlin? June 16th?
June
At
16th.
4:30.
at 4:30, and make sure you send that
Yeah, I know.
email to the.
We're done. Thank